Today, we're talking about your most valuable resource, and that is your energy. Your energy is what fuels your confidence. It's what allows you to make decisions, trust yourself, and actually follow through. And if you're constantly leaking it and giving it to other people, or overthinking, people-pleasing, being in the wrong environments, or conversations that just leave you feeling drained and heavy, you're really going to want to listen to this one. If you keep leaking your energy, you're going to feel like you're trying so hard to get out of that place that you're in, but you're still staying in the same place. So today, we're talking about what it really means to guard your energy. Why it's actually not selfish, but it is necessary. And how this one shift can change how you show up in your life, in your relationships, and in your next chapter. Welcome to the Inner Launch, where we talk about reclaiming your self-worth, rebuilding your identity, and creating your next chapter from the inside out. I'm your host, Christina Bolkovich. So your energy is your most valuable resource. You don't create results from your time, you create it from your energy. That is why two people can both have 24 hours in their day, but at the end of the day, they both see very different outcomes. Your clarity, your confidence, your decision-making, it all depends on your energy state. Most people don't realize that overthinking drains more energy than action. Like saying yes when you mean no. And then you're constantly replaying, why did I say yes? I didn't want to say yes. Why did I do it? That's energy draining. Staying in conversations, environments, and relationships, they can leave you feeling drained. Because maybe you're constantly trying to prove something to them, to you, to someone you don't even know. This is exactly why self-awareness is so important. You cannot build a new life when you don't have the energy that supports the life that you're trying to create. If you're wasting all your time worrying about the things of the past, you're not going to have energy for the future. And that usually leads to burnout, avoidance, procrastination, and self-doubt. When your energy is low, your default is to stick with those old patterns rather than trying to get to that new place. And that is exactly why people feel stuck, even when they know exactly what they're supposed to be doing. One of the biggest stigmas with guarding your energy is that it's selfish. But that's actually the wrong thinking. It's not selfish. It's actually self-preservation. So when you're not guarding your energy, you're saying and allowing other people to come in front of you. You're allowing those people, regardless of what they're gonna think after you say it, you're allowing their energy to take your energy and say, worrying about them is more important than worrying about me. So now what? You may not be getting to the goals that you want because you're so focused on what they think would be good or wouldn't be good, and you're worried about them and not yourself. So you're staying stuck. You're staying in that position because you did not guard your energy. And what exactly does guarding your energy mean? Guarding your energy has to mean that you set boundaries. What you tolerate is what you reinforce. So if you're tolerating things that you know you don't actually want for your life, you're saying that's okay. So again, this is why you need to be setting boundaries. This is why you need to be putting yourself first, guarding that energy, and saying, no, I'm only using my energy towards what I think is a priority to me. Because if you're using your energy for everyone else, you're not going to have any left for yourself. Boundaries are not about control. They're about clarity. Your environments are either going to feed you or drain you. That means that you need to be aware of who you're surrounding yourself with, the conversations that you're in, the spaces that you're in, and the content that you're consuming. And that last one is what a lot of people don't even think about. The content that you are consuming. You can consume content that is either going to teach you to grow, keep you the same, or maybe even repress your energy or switch it to a more negative outlook. You want to be putting in the things that are going to keep your energy high so that you can continue to reach those goals that you want, because you're going to need that energy to get to your goals. So stop giving it away freely. Pay attention to how you feel after your interactions with people, after your interactions with the places that you're going to, after consuming that content. Pay attention to it. See how you feel. Self-reflect and take note. And if you don't feel good about it afterwards, you don't have to continue doing it. You can put that boundary in place that says, I'm not going to do this anymore. Whatever that may be, you're able to say no. Sorry, not doing it. And this is the thing that I know I struggle with. You don't always need to give somebody a reason. You are allowed to just say, you know what? I'm not doing that anymore. And if they have a problem with it, that's their problem. That does not have to be your problem, because once you make it your problem, it's your energy that's getting drained again. So you are allowed to say, nope, not doing it. And that's it. And the right people will respect that decision, and the wrong ones won't. And that's okay. You are allowed to have people thinking, okay, this is fine, or why did they do that? They are allowed to think whatever they want. But how they respond to your boundaries says more about them than it does about you. So pay attention to that as well. People who actually are going after their goals and getting them, they are intentional with who they share their energy with. They don't engage with everything. They don't respond to everything. They don't give access to everyone. And that is the difference of what actually rising looks like. Rising into that amazing new chapter can look like that if you stop giving access and everybody your energy. So, quick story from me. I know that I have had a lot of people message me over the years being like, oh, hey, remember me? I'd really like to get to know you. Yeah, where have you been for the past how many years? You've not been in my life. There's been a reason for that. It's because I've guarded my energy. But here's the thing that I often forget. Me entertaining that conversation is allowing them to take my energy back. It's allowing them to have a piece of that I now don't have. Whereas if I had guarded my energy, I don't need to explain it. Yeah, you're not in my life. There's a reason, there's not a reason, it doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, I chose to either have you in my life or not have you in my life. And that is the part that can be challenging for people. Setting those boundaries and falling back into those same patterns of, but wait, I would like to talk to this person because you never know. But you also have to remember, well, why did you decide to not talk to them in the first place? Were you guarding your energy from something or someone? Here are some practical ways that you can start guarding your energy. Pause before saying yes. Really think about it. Is this what I want, and is this going to propel me in the direction I want to go? Or is this going to set me back or keep me the same? Pause. Think about it. Next, limit access to your time and attention. If it's taking away too much time and you're paying attention to that instead of the things that you should be doing, you're allowed to pull back. You're allowed to say, you know what, this isn't what I want. I need to guard myself because I realize I'm pouring too much of my time and energy and attention into this rather than focusing on what I would need to do to get to that next level of the life that I want. The third one, which I know is hard, stop explaining yourself to people that are committed to misunderstanding you. They may be doing it on purpose, they may not be. But you don't owe them an explanation. Again, you are allowed to just change your mind, do what you think is right for you without needing to explain it to anybody. And that time that you're going to waste explaining it, that's still taking your energy. Next up, protect your mornings and your mental space. How you start your day is setting you up for the rest of it. You're going to want to start it with that high energy. You're not starting it by giving it to somebody else and having the low energy for the rest of the day. You're starting it on your terms. So protect your mornings and protect that mental space. If you find yourself in conversations, places, with people, in relationships, ask yourself, is this giving me energy or is this taking energy away from me? Did I start this off feeling better and now I'm feeling worse? Or did I come into this feeling not so great and now I'm feeling better? That will tell you who and what is taking your energy and where your energy is thriving and where it's going away. So protect your energy. Here's why this is so important. Most people live in reaction mode. So if something happens and you react to it, well, again, that's you giving your energy away. But when you start guarding your energy, it puts you back into control. So you don't have to have all of those reactions. Now you're in control of your life again. This is exactly how you start creating your next chapter from the inside out. So this is your reminder that you don't need to have it all figured out. Change does not come from rushing it. It comes from paying attention and choosing yourself. If this resonated with you, please subscribe. Send this to a friend who may need to hear it. And if you want to see how we can work together, you can view the show notes. Otherwise, this has been another episode of The Inner Launch, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!